Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Liz, and in today's video I have some really cute Dollar Tree DIYs, but before we jump in, I'm super excited to announce that I finally have some craft kits up on my Facebook shop. If you didn't see my video where I previewed one of our craft kits for you, we are gonna start making and selling craft kits over on my Facebook shop. These are so much fun to do. This is the example of the one that I made in that video, and I put flowers inside and it was super cute. So let me show you what your craft kit would actually look like. So when you purchase the craft kit, you are going to get 6 pieces, and obviously this is just for the flower box. We also have another craft kit that I'll show you in just a second, but you're going to have the 2 sides. You'll have a bottom piece, another side piece, and then you'll have your other piece with the engraving in it, which I think is so much fun and so cute. You'll also get a wooden dowel to go in between your 2 little pieces as your handlebar. So how mine has a little wooden dowel, you will get that too. These are so much fun to DIY. I think they are a perfect gift if you know somebody who loves to DIY. And then my other craft kit are home signs with your state. So this is the one that I made for me. It is Arizona and the heart over the city where I live. And then to give you a couple examples of what yours will look like when you get here, let's say you live in Texas. So you are going to get the Texas cutout, the word home, and then a little heart to go with it. And then you just paint them the way that you want it, glue it all together, and then you have a super cute sign. So I am so excited to finally have these up on my shop. I've been wanting to do this for a really long time. So if you're interested, I will leave my Facebook shop link in the description box below where you can go and purchase yours. We will have so many new fun kits coming out soon, so also keep an eye out on the shop. And I post a lot of updates on my Instagram and Facebook page in the stories of new projects that we're doing or new kits that we're making. So if you want to stay up to date, make sure that you're following me there as well. And without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the video. For this DIY, I'm gonna take 4 of these canvases that you can get from the Dollar Tree. I had already done a little DIY with one, so I'm just going to repaint it and repurpose it. I'm gonna go ahead and take all the staples out of all 3 of those that need the staples and the canvases removed. You don't necessarily have to do this, but I wanted all my canvases to have a flat as possible back to them. I'm going to take these jumbo popsicle sticks that you can get from Walmart. I'm going to cut them down so they can fit really snugly in between all of those frames. My idea for this is to create a shutter-like frame, and so I want them to be really snug inside those frames so I can make them look like a shutter. So I'm going to stick 5 popsicle sticks into each of my frames. So I'm going to need 20 pieces, and I'm going to paint all of those with my Waverly chalk paint and plaster. I'm going to paint the front and the back, and then I'm also going to paint all of the frames that same color, front and back. I wanted it to have a nice clean finish, so it just looked nice and finished all around. After I have got all of those painted and everything is dry, I'm going to start assembling my shutter. So I'm just going to start by inserting those popsicle sticks at an angle. For this first one, I just added some hot glue to one of the long sides and then pushed it face down into the frame so that the back was nice and flat, and then I just re-secured that with some more hot glue around the edges where the popsicle stick meets the frame. And I'm just going to do that same thing to all of my popsicle sticks. I am going to have it on its back, and I'm going to put the glue against the popsicle stick and the frame where they meet up so that it is nice and secure that way. And I will just do that to all 4 of my frames, just securing it with some hot glue, making sure that the hot glue is always in the back so that when you have it on the front side, you're not going to see any of that glue. Now, once all my shutters are finished, I'm going to take some brown craft paper because I want the backs to look nice and finished. I didn't want you to be able to see all the glue on the back of these, so I'm just going to cut some craft paper out, and I'm gonna hot glue it to the back of each of my shutters just for that nice clean look. And then I'm gonna take this little box that I got quite a while ago. I had painted it, I wasn't using it, and I am going to use that to glue all of my shutters together. So I just start by adding one shutter to the side, lining up one of the sides with the side of the box, so it isn't going to be straight in the middle, so that all of my shutter pieces can fit around this box. And then I just go through and attach each shutter to the box. It's pretty easy and self-explanatory. And then I did add some hot glue on the inside in between each piece so that it will just secure it that way as well. And then I'm just going to put some lavender that I got from Walmart in here, and that's it for this DIY.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know if I will ever figure.
For this next one, this is so easy. I'm just gonna take one of these grapevine wreaths from the Dollar Tree. I'm gonna take these florals that I also got from the Dollar Tree. I searched everywhere for these last year and I couldn't find them, so when I found them, I was really excited, and I'm just gonna make myself a simple wreath. I'm just gonna cut off each little branch from the stem, and I'm just gonna start sliding those into the grapevine wreath, making sure to go in all the same direction. I tried switching it up a little bit so that not all the same pieces were right next to each other, filled it until I felt like it was full enough. I probably used about 3 or 4 bundles of these florals. So in total, this cost me about $5 or $6, and wreaths like this are so much more expensive at just a regular store, so making them is definitely what I like to do. Now I'm gonna take some burlap ribbon that you can get from the Dollar Tree. I just folded one piece over in a loop, then I'm going to cut out a tail. I wanted this to have a really long tail, so I'm just going to cut those 2 pieces out. I'm gonna lay the loop part on top of the tail, take some twine and tie them together, and then with that excess twine, I'm going to wrap it around the wreath, tie it in the back. I'm gonna dovetail the ends of the bow, and that's it for this wreath. So easy, and I think this is such a beautiful wreath for Easter. This just gives me all the Easter vibes with the purple and the yellows. I just think it's so cute.
I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind. I will keep on holding my head high, even if the sky is falling down.
For this DIY, I'm going to take one of these house piggy banks that you can get from the Dollar Tree. I don't know where my footage went of it altogether, but all I did was take out the back. I used a scraper to remove those words from the glass, and then I am going to take some flowers that I had left over, I believe from last fall. I'm just going to cut them all off those stems. I'm going to cut them so that they're as flat as possible, and I'm just going to start hot gluing those flowers to the back of that piggy bank, and I just filled that entire backing full of these flowers. And then once I did that, I'm gonna take this greenery that I got, I believe from Hobby Lobby. I just picked a couple pieces off, cut them into even smaller pieces, and then I just started pushing these all throughout the flowers, just kind of messed with the arrangement a little bit, placed them where I thought they needed a little bit more green. And then after that, I'm just going to put that backing back into my little house. And then I just used a screwdriver just to get all the florals and everything on in there. And then I'm going to take some twine, I'm going to tie it in a double knot in the back, wrap it around the house a couple of times, and then tie a bow in the front. And that's it for this DIY. I thought it was really, really cute. I've been loving flowers in shadow box type decor, and so I think this turned out absolutely gorgeous.
Jumping from cliffs so high, trusting our wings to fly. Sometimes we're crashing down, but we get up and start from the ground.
For this last one, I'm going to take this bless sign that you can get from the Dollar Tree. My original plan was just to remove that black frame and put something underneath it just to spice it up a little bit. But when I attempted to take this off, the little frame ripped, and it was a lot harder to get off than I have seen other people get it off. I don't know, mine was just extremely stuck on there, so I completely ruined it. I ripped parts of the back that you'd be able to see, so I kind of had to improvise. So what I'm gonna do is take one of the pictures from this 2020 calendar that I had left over. I am going to take my black frame piece, I'm gonna frame out that little mason jar and cut out what will be behind that frame. And then to cover up the back, I loved that shiplap look to it, so I just decided to take some scrapbook paper that I had from Hobby Lobby. I traced it out, and I'm going to cut that out and glue it onto the sign so that you wouldn't see any of the ripped paper. There was no way that I was going to be able to cover up nicely and still have that backing show. I am going to take some more scrapbook paper that I got from Hobby Lobby. I'm going to trace that frame out because it did get so ruined. It just would have been an eyesore if I kept it like that. So I'm going to cut out this rectangle, and then I cut out the middle as well. I'm going to place that black frame piece face down onto the back of my scrapbook paper, and I'm gonna start hot gluing my frame to the paper. And I just cut the corners so that I could fold those pieces up and over to cover up that frame, and I just did this on all the sides, inside and outside. Now I am going to take that mason jar floral arrangement picture, I'm going to glue that down to the sign, and then I'm just going to hot glue the little frame part down on top of that. And that's it for this DIY, one that I thought that I was going to have to scrap, and in the end it turned out really cute.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know if I will ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high. Even if the sky is falling down. Jumping from cliffs so high, trusting our wings to fly. Sometimes we're crashing down, but we get up and start from the ground.
And that's it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what your favorite project was in the description box below. Don't forget that my craft kits are available for purchase through my Facebook shop. Don't forget to subscribe before you guys leave. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.
If I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high. Even if the sky is falling down,